Hey guys, Loco88 here, and today I'm bringing you my first impressions of the Star Wars Battlefront beta. Now, this beta hasn't been out too long, but unfortunately it is going to be closing, I believe, within the next 24 hours, probably less when this video is actually uploaded. So if you haven't had a chance to play it and you want to, I suggest you do that as quickly as possible. Not to worry though if you don't get the opportunity to do so. The game is due to be released, I believe, next month, so you'll be able to get your hands on a copy of the main game then. Now, during the actual beta, I did actually forget that it was getting released. Once I was made aware of it, I've only managed to basically play about an hour and a half tops. But what I'm going to discuss in this video is my opinions of it so far, how I think the game feels, and also discuss a lot of the pros and cons which are being thrown about online and in certain reviews, as there has been some particular problems raised, and I want to cover that within this video. I also want to mention a couple of points in terms of what the game's all about, a couple of the features, and show you in this video a couple of clips of some of the different features which are available at this moment in time and going to be further elaborated more when the main game is released. Now, so far, I have generally had a lot of fun. The game mode which I've been mainly focusing on and which I've seen footage of at the moment is Walker Assault, which is set on the infamous planet of Hoth, and you get to play as either the Empire or the Rebel Alliance. Now, one of the main problems which has been mentioned quite a lot in regards to this game mode is that it is quite unbalanced and that the Rebel Alliance always seem to lose. Now, in the hour and a half that I've actually played, that does seem to be the case. It does seem that some of the weaponry, some of the ground vehicles like the AT-ATs do seem OP, quite unstoppable, and the fact that they always win. Now, I have seen videos with the Rebels winning, and a lot of other people like YouTubers and reviews don't quite have that opinion. Some people though have been completely put off with that opinion, and because it's the only one they've got, and for me it does seem that that is the actual case as well, but because I've seen it elsewhere that it's not the case, I'm still going to be open-minded. The actual gunplay itself is quite easy. There doesn't seem to be much of a learning curve in the game. There's not much of a skill level needed to actually play this game. It does seem to be a lot of hip firing, a lot of just spray and pray and hoping for the best, but it opens the game up to everybody, not just the skilled first-person shooters, players, people like that. It does open up for everybody at any skill level to be able to play this game. There is the opportunity to actually be able to level up, get unlocks, customise actual the character itself. So that's something what can be further progressed, but it's at the moment it's limited in the beta, but that we'll discuss. You can change things like different weapon you're actually using. You can at certain levels unlock different ones and purchase them in game. The credits which you get in regards, which is converted from experience, which you get in game. You can also get something called cards, which do appear on the bottom right of the screen, as you can see now. And there's a self-shield, a jetpack, and a grenade. Things like that you can unlock and you can basically customize and use throughout the actual game itself. As you can see, that's the jetpack itself. Can be quite handy. Not really had a chance to use it much, so not very good at using it as some other people are. Some people are quite insane at this game already, as I can imagine they would have hammered it from the get-go. Around the actual game world as well, you can get pickups. Now, these kind of pickups, like other features you can get, where you can maybe get a sentry turret, a rocket launcher, different kind of rifle, just as a one-off weapon. You can also get the access to use some of the in-game vehicles. It's not like Battlefield where you find aircraft at run strips or tanks at spawn points. You actually have to get these these cards where you can basically use them. You can also have the ability to play as heroes, so you can actually play so far as Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and that's another one of the pickups which you do actually need to get throughout the game, and you will see that in this video itself. So far in terms of actual teamwork, I've seen a little bit of teamwork, and not too much. It does seem to be every man for themselves. Sometimes people have kind of coordinated and banded together to attack a specific point or a turret, things like that, and in that sense I can see that there has been slight teamwork there, but it's not an overwhelming presence of it. In terms of using the actual ground turrets, things like that, which you're about to see me get into now, I can't think what they're called for life of me. They're a little bit sensitive, not the easiest things to use at first. They can be quite OP, but we should expect this kind of equipment, though, using against infantry. At the moment, though, like I said, I've noticed them being quite sensitive, but that's something you can probably change in your settings. I just haven't looked, or is going to be added in the main title. You can change those settings for that. The gunplay, like I mentioned, can be quite fun, but it is quite hit and miss in terms of the skill level. What you're about to see now is me get one of the actual icons that you can pick up. This is for the hero. As I'm playing as the Empire, I'm going to be Darth Vader. They all get their own cards as well and skills, which you can see there. And basically, it's quite interesting playing. Now, before this, I was actually fighting a few of these, which do seem quite OP. Difficult to kill. Numerous things you can actually do, which you're about to see. I only have a brief period playing as Darth Vader. I was pretty badly. You can actually throw your lightsaber, which I do now, and miss terribly. So, I have to chase him down and start beating him to death. Now, you can do like the choke grip thing, which is pretty cool. I like the animation for that. Unfortunately, at the time, though, I come across Luke Skywalker, and the person playing Luke Skywalker in this was a lot better player than I was. So, unfortunately, I got my ass handed to me on a plate. Still had quite fun, though, in the brief amount of time which I actually played. It's not one of those games where you get shot once and die. It does take quite a lot of armor to kill your opponents, after shooting quite a few times, basically, to get their health down. Now, as you can see here, I did get a pickup for one of the interceptors, one of the air vehicles. So far, when flying this second time using them, I have been struggling. It can be quite simplified in terms of just right-clicking it, auto-aims, locks onto the enemy. Flying it for me, I've never really been good at flying using my mouse in any games like Armour and things like that. I've been pretty crap. I'm used to using my keyboard instead of my mouse. So this I've been finding a little bit difficult so far, but not really had the practice required. The brief time I did play it, though, it was quite fun, so I've got to get that. Unfortunately, I haven't played the actual ground vehicles, being in the AT-ATs or the walkers, but I'm looking forward to when the game is released to actually be able to have a go in those and see how fun they can actually be. One thing that I've heard that the game hasn't got at the moment in time, I haven't really looked, is a single player campaign. That I am disappointed in. It's not really. The only single player aspect is like a wave after wave attack, and you've got to hold them off. Something which I wish I would have actually seen, but I didn't really get a chance to play, and I'm not really going to have a chance to play it after this video either, as I've got quite a lot at the moment. Not having a single player campaign, like I say, is disappointing. It may be something released in a further DLC, so I've read, but how good can it be if it's just going to be DLC? How much effort they're going to put into it, that I'm unsure. For me, so far, all in all, it has been a lot of fun. It'd be good to be able to play just like you do Battlefield with your friends, get them all in the same squad, spawn off each other, and work at objectives together. There's other game modes which are going to be in the game itself, and I'm excited to actually dive into it. The negative reviews and some of the points about this game mode, etc., at the moment being unbalanced, has not put me off. My excitement level, though, to play this game when it is released is not at the same level as it was before I played the beta. I was really excited now. Nah, it's just one of them things. It still is a fun game, but I'm not really hyped up about it as I was previously. Now, I hope this video has been useful. It has kind of been rushed to get this video out to you guys, so there's a lot of pointers I've probably been incorrect or I've missed. Let me know your thoughts so far below. What do you think of it? Do you think this game mode is unbalanced? What do you think of other people's opinions of it so far about the pros and the cons of this actual game? And also, what do you think about the price range? Have you heard about how much it's going to be? And what do you think about the cost? As I've heard, it's going to be quite a hefty amount once that's released. Once again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been kind of informative, and I'll see you on the next one.